Yo, what is going on, you cowardly Crawdon? That is right, it's time to put the olives away, put the Arbor down, because there's a better grass deck to be playing, and that is Ogerpon Meganium. We don't need another attacker. Ogerpon and Meganium is a powerful enough combo. Before we jump into that one, I break it all down. Gotta give a huge shout out to Dragon Shield, of course, for sponsoring the channel. If you've never heard of them before, we all know them and love them for their card sleeves, of course. They got a bunch of different styles, mats, dual mats, classics, non-glares. No matter what you enjoy, they'll have you covered, and so many different colors to choose from. Also the dual mats. I personally like the mats. Those are my favorite style of the sleeves. I like the blood reds, the tangerines, the magentas if you're looking for some color recommendations. Check it all out over at dragonshield.com. A link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG, all lowercase, will get you a discount over there as well. So I played a decent amount with the Arbor build of this deck, and I was super underwhelmed. I did like the build with Noctowl, and then I saw a build, I think I saw a build that won a City League that was just Ogerpon Meganium with like a thicker Noctowl line in there and area zeros. And the Noctowls added us so much explosive potential and the ability to basically set up game on board by turn 2 or turn 3. It's actually kind of crazy how quickly you can cycle through your deck and set up a basically unbeatable board state with this deck. So we do want to choose first with this deck because it is a Noctowl deck. Got a Fan Rotom in here. I also have a Budew in here for backup if we do go second to kind of slow our opponent down if they choose first. Or I haven't fully fleshed out all the matchups, but there might be some matchups where we do want to choose second. And in that case, we'd want to choose second and then turn 1 Itchy Pollen our opponent. But 1 Fan Rotom, 3/3 Noctowl, 2/2 Meganium, and then the 4 Ogerpon, of course, which is basically our main and only attacker. Sometimes we use the Cruel Arrow Fezandipiti. Sometimes we attack with a Meganium with the Solar Beam when we want to do attack with a 1-prizer, specifically into like the Alakazam matchup. This could come up, but most of the time it's just Ogerpon for 3 to 4 turns of the game, and we hope to close it out in that time span as well. So like I said, go first, looking to get down a couple Hootoots, get an Ogerpon to play, and then from there you pop off with the Noctowls, and actually you go wide with Area Zero. So when I initially tried out this deck, I noticed pretty early on that we can't really set up a super overwhelming board state unless we go wide with Area Zero first. So we're not super reliant on Forest of Vitality, but also our first knockout on that second turn after we went first, or second turn after we went second, whatever it might be, is usually pretty easy to come by, and we don't need Meganium in play exactly. Usually a Myriad Leaf Shower or the Assault Landing from Fan Rotom is enough. So on our second turn of the game, Noctowl to find the Area Zero, set some more Hootoots up in play, get a bunch of Ogerpons down, get as much Grass Energy in play as well through the Bug Catching sets and just drawing into those. Take that first KO, and then from there, we can utilize Briar in the late game. If we take the first knockout on a 1-prize Pokemon, we can use Briar to make the comeback in the 2-2-2, because we can go 1-2-3, while our opponent is trying to go 2-2-2. So Briar's like a big deal for actually keeping us ahead in the prize exchange if we attack with an Ogerpon for our first knockout if it's a 1-prize Pokemon, or if we use Fan Rotom to get a 1-prize knockout, and our opponent gets the first 2-prize knockout by gussing up like our Meowth or an Ogerpon, and it sets themselves ahead. Once again, use Briar to kind of make the comeback from there. But we do potentially sometimes want the ability to get a more aggressive Meganium in play without using Force of Vitality. So I have a 2/2/2 Meganium. We could use Force of Vitality turn 2, but I also play 1 over a Candy for that like more niche situation where it's like we need to hit harder with Ogerpon on turn 2, or maybe we want to like Cruel Arrow or something like that. And in that case, I do have a Rare Candy, so we can get turn 2 Meganium in play while also putting Area Zero Underdepths in play as well, so we can go wide and set ourselves up with as many options as possible to like close out games. So I mentioned the Fez, I mentioned the Meowth, of course, great support Pokemon. For Lillie, of course, just 2 boss, and this feels very comfortable. I don't think we need any more than 2 boss. The 1 of Briar. I still play a Lana's 8 in here because if our opponent aggressively chases our Meganium, depending on our prize cards and what we had to discard in the early game potentially, we will need some recovery for the Meganium line or for Grass Energy, but we basically never need to recover an Ogerpon or a Fezandipiti or a Meowth or anything like that. I could see including a single Night Stretcher, so we have that flexibility. But yeah, 4 Teal Mask Ogerpon is like more, if we prize 2 of them, it can be annoying. If we only prize 1, it's never really that big of a deal, to be honest. And if we have access to all 4, we're kind of cooking and cruising. So we don't really need recovery for anything besides the Meganium line and basic energy, and Lana's Aid does that super, super well for us. So, 4 Bug Catching Set, of course, 4 Poké Pad, of course. Poké Pad's so powerful with the Noctowl line now. And also finding our Meganium pieces. 2 Buddy-Buddy Poffin, 2 Ultra Ball, and 1 Tera Orb. I still have not figured out this lineup of item cards here. I'm not sure really what I want to do with this fully. Gotta figure that out still. I kind of want a Brock Scouting, because I find myself often, especially going up against Dragapult, I can get that first KO on their first Budew, but then I'm just not able to find enough Ogerpons, so that way, when they finally Unfair Stamp me, my board is just like very underdeveloped. So I think like a Brock Scouting specifically for, not even specifically for that matchup, because there's other matchups where we could utilize it as well, but I think a Brock Scouting would be really good in here, because it's, Ultra Ball kind of sucks in this deck. We don't really want Ultra Ball. Like, it can help find our Meowth or our Fezandipiti, sure. It can help find Ogerpon, but discarding the 2 cards from the hand is like a pretty costly discard. So Tera Orb is great, and all the other Pokemon search cards are great as well, but Ultra Ball is like super iffy. We don't want to be using it aggressively. So it can be hard to find Teal Mask Ogerpons if we aren't fortunate enough to hit one off a Bug Catching Set. So maybe going with a higher Tera Orb count or putting like a Brock Scouting or something in here could be the move. Something to keep in mind as you play with the deck, test games with the deck. Yeah, the Pokemon search count definitely is not optimized. There's a lot of wiggle room in there to figure it out. 1 Energy Switch, super powerful. It's basically like a mobility card. We can E-switch from an Ogerpon to like the Meganium or a Noctowl if they get stuck in the active. It allows us to set up a more powerful Ogerpon as well. I only have 1 E-switch in here. I could see maybe playing a second. I think any more than that would definitely be overkill. I haven't ran into too many situations where I feel like I don't need it that often. As long as we can find our Ogerpons and find our Grass Energy in the early game, we don't ever need to like E-switch energy around. We just need to not put too many energy on a single Ogerpon, but that's pretty easy to manage. So yeah, E-switch, definitely at least want 1. I could see playing 2 maybe, but probably no more than that. But is a pretty powerful card in the deck, of course. 2 Area Zero, which is the 1 Force of Vitality, like I mentioned. Also, it is really nice to have our own way to like bump our liabilities off our board through the Force of Vitality. So also very strong for that reason in the deck, not just a way to another way to get to Meganium. But yeah, Unfair Stamp is the current ace spec I play in the deck. I definitely am not sold on the Unfair Stamp being the ace spec. It's kind of cool when we go up against like the other kind of beat stick matchups like Slot Box or other Ogerpon Meganium decks, to be able to Unfair Stamp them aggressively, being able to go like Jewel Seeker for Unfair Stamp and then use that and then knock out their attacker in play is like a pretty powerful turn. But yeah, I'm not 100% convinced Unfair Stamp is the move. I could even see like maybe Prime Catcher instead, because that would allow us to go to like 1 boss, 1 Prime Catcher. Because we really only need 2 Gust effects, I think. It would also allow it to combo with the Briar. That opens up 1 space in the deck as well. So I could see that being the route to go. Something like Secret Box, there could be value in something like Secret Box, but like I said, discarding with Ultra Ball feels pretty painful to begin with, so I don't know if I'd want to be discarding 3 cards with my Secret Box. But the ideal of Jewel Seeker for Secret Box, that's a lot of cards through. You get the item card. You like that's turns 1 part of your Jewel Seeker search into 3 cards. We don't play any tool cards in here. I don't know if I would. Maybe an Air Balloon could make its way into the deck, but it allows us to go for Area Zero and a Bug Catching Set and the Lilies. Like that does sound pretty cool playing Secret Box in here. So yeah, I'm not sold on Unfair Stamp, because also like doing that big play up against like a Slot Box or something doesn't really matter too much in terms of the prize trade anyways. We're usually favored in the prize trade for that at that point anyway. So being able to like Unfair Stamp them aggressively isn't that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm not gonna miss on the Unfair Stamp. That's what I'm trying to say. It's still good against Dragapult as well, but a more aggressive ace spec might be a little bit better. And then yeah, 2 Area Zero Underdepths, 1 Force of Vitality, the 13 basic Grass Energy. We want a lot of Grass Energy. We want them really aggressively. 13 might be a little bit overkill. I could see us bringing it down to like 12, but I probably would not go any less than that. Another card to consider would be like an Energy Retrieval, although I think there's a lot of like overlap between Energy Retrieval and Bug Catching Set, because Bug Catching Set with this high of a Grass Energy count usually would hit us double Grass Energy anyways, and finding Grass Energy in the mid-late game isn't a really big deal. It's finding the Grass Energy in the early game that's the most important. If we don't get going with a couple Teal Mask Ogerpons and having them use Teal Dance every single turn for the first 2 to 3 turns, we're just not gonna have enough energy built up in play to be able to do enough damage with our Ogerpons in the mid-late game to actually be able to close out games. So something like the Energy Retrieval, the idea of it is like nice, but we still have the Lana's Aid, and overall it's all about the early game. It's not really about the mid-late game. If we can set up and establish ourselves in the early game, everything else is pretty easy peasy from there. But that's it. This is my take on the better Grass deck. Let's jump into some action. There'll be more gameplay on the secondary YouTube channel, so if you don't get your fill here, Go check it out. AzulGG 2. Link will be in the description. Let's jump into it, and I'll show y'all how it works. Maybe it should be one forest, one candy, actually. I think the area zeros are, like, more important. I have no idea. It's kind of the problem, though, right? I don't know what my opponent's going to do. Honestly, one Dawn in here to get off of Jewel Seeker isn't terrible. Yo, appreciate the Prime sub there. Cheese Bucket. Oh, I'm going to get Budew here for sure. Dude, don't Budew me, dude. How could you do this to me, brother? This was my first time signing up for a regional LA. Do I have to submit my decklist / check-in by Friday morning or Saturday morning? You can do it during the window where you can check in Friday, or you can do it Saturday morning. All the information is available on the tournament website, which you can find linked through Arcanine. Yeah, you can show up. I guess I'm not gonna get Budew here. So long. Appreciate 30 months there, Jhar. Is my candy in here? Yeah, because I think I'm gonna go candy area 0. I wanted to Ultra Ball. I guess I could Ultra Ball away the forest. I could still Ultra Ball for another Pokemon. Nothing's stopping me from doing it. I should play this actually. I actually want to get like a Bug Catching. I want more grass this turn. Oh, I should have cycled with this one first. I was going to do this though. I should Teal Dance. Because if I was going to Teal Dance anyways and go with the Bug Catching Set, then I could have Teal Dance first, but... Discard these 3. So I can bench the Hoothoot here, I guess. Knock out. I'm only gonna get 2 off this. What are they gonna get? They're not even gonna KO my active here. Like, what the heck? What? They're not even gonna KO me. My Hoot! Yo, leave the Hoot alone. The homie did nothing to you. 210 +6 +6. So I could go double attach active to get the knockout. I'm gonna evolve this for sure. Hang on, let me just think here for a second. Like, the knockout the active one just seems fine, right? Like, it doesn't seem like a bad thing to do. I feel like it's okay. It also actually might just be optimal. Just see what this gets me before I commit to anything. It's pretty good. They can't slap this one off the bench, right? So theoretically, have 2 built up with 4 each or something like that. Seems good. Patch.
Anyways.
Could accelerate here, but I think I should just hold at this point. Just knock out. Yeah, I don't know what... maybe... Yeah, I don't know what A-Spec should be in here at all, to be honest. Energy switches might be valuable in this deck if needed for a big KO. Yeah, I mean, I play 1. I don't think we need, like, a ton. Like, 1, maybe 2. 1 or 2 seems okay. Alright, calm down, buddy. You ain't all that with your Salvatore. This looks like the most boring deck ever. It honestly is, but if it's broken, it's broken. Like, I just win, right? Bonk. And I honestly do love Unfair Stamp in decks like this. This is some of my favorite decks to play Unfair Stamp in. Wait, this start is disgusting. Holy cow, folks. This is a oh, I'm going first? That's still fine. That's fine. No complaints. No complaints. Okay, I would like an Ogerpon, though. Do I ever just Ultra Ball these two away to get an Ogerpon? I'm kind of feeling it, to be honest. I would love to get an Ogerpon off this, but it's just like not real, not 100%. Nothing I want to thin out of the deck, right? I don't think so. A bit of pound. Like, Budew was like the one thing I was thinking about thinning out of the deck there, but yeah. I want to Mega Meganium would KO Ogre. Oh, KO Corner. Yeah, it would. We could do something like that. Yeah, I mean, tagging for Cornerstone shouldn't be difficult at all. Like, we're playing grass Pokemon, so we're playing a grass deck. The question is just like if we need to, and like I don't know, I can't even name one single deck that I'm scared of that plays Cornerstone. So as far as I can tell, it's not worth it. Zygarde? Yeah, so we can't. You can't, I can't name a deck that we're scared of that plays Ogerpon. Okie dokie. Okay, so now you as well, like all of us, none of us can name a deck that we're scared of that plays Cornerstone that we need to beat. One Lopunny? That would theoretically cover all the issues, right? That would beat Crustle and it would beat... Does Lopunny beat Crustle right now? I assume it does. That would be a way to beat the counters for sure, yeah. Cornerstone and Crustle. A little 2-for-1. Little Timmy's at my locals. Deck plays Cornerstone. I bet you're scared of that. Well, yeah, obviously. Dude, fuck you. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Actually, that's fine. It gives me my stadium for Assault Landing. I actually don't care. Actually, you idiot. You've just given me the fuel for my Assault Landing, you fool. You've completely blundered. You fueled your own demise, and now you will perish in the fires of the Assault Landing. Die, Budew, die! Let's see what we get. Isn't it better to beat Kazam than Crustle / Ogerpon? I mean, I don't know. I'm not thinking about trying to beat any of them, so... Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't have an answer. Look it up. I don't even like beating decks. I like to like just like pass. Me and my opponent just like set up our decks and just pass back and forth. Rude. You're gonna need more than that to beat me though, bud. That's not gonna be good enough. Oh, chill. No more Budews. No more Budews. Stop, 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 stop. I take it back. No more pollen, please. Free me from this pollen. Yo, what's up, Sleeps? I actually kind of like this hand. The only thing is lacking is energy. Like, I have this attach active. So I kind of want a Lillie just to draw into some more grass. But, like, hand kind of nice, though. The hand kind of nice. Ugh. Yeah, the hand's just kind of... what else would I need? Like, if I play Lillie, it'd be cool to draw into some grass energy, but I'm not even guaranteed that. Like, how does a hand get better than this? It definitely could, but it also could just get worse. It feels fine to just, like, hope they don't have Unfair Stamp here. Oh, I just realized I don't have a way. I was like, man, I want to put an Area 0 in play so I could Noctowl for Area 0. I was like, wait, I have to bump the Team Rocket's Watchtower first, so then I have to play the Fortress first. I was like, it's just all bad. Gonna go first or second with this deck? First. First, Fan Rotom, Noctowl. Unless Budew is just that good, then go second and like play 2 Budew, but which I could see being technically correct, to be honest. How many do I need here? 1, 2. So I need E-Switch here. Oh. I think I actually just Fez first. I hope for Area 0 off this or the cycles. Area 0 is so important here. Area 0. Please, please, come on. Fudge. Fuck. I mean, it's not. It's just more difficult. Well, actually, I don't even know if the E-Switch is in the deck. Let me find out. It is. Okay. Whatever, dog. Energy Switch. I need to thin out dead cards, to be honest, at this point. So I'm going to go Poké Pad. Match. Switch. Poké Pad for Budew. Ultra Ball. You can't handle a little knockout? Come on, bro.